Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Now, our friend Turki Alalshikh, the excellent Turki himself, has been on TalkSport talking about pay-per-view. And as you know, I am someone who doesn't buy pay-per-view. I use other means to watch all pay-per-view shows, unashamedly so, unapologetically so. It's long been true that the whole concept of pay-per-view is designed to fleece the consumer, to leave them with no choice if they want to watch the best fights, but to pay for the privilege of doing so through the nose, of course. In America, pay-per-view prices are insane. In this country, they've gotten progressively worse. And of course, Warren and Hearn and all the others say, well, if we didn't have pay-per-view, we wouldn't be able to make the big fights. No, that's an absolute barefaced lie, all right? If we didn't have pay-per-view, you wouldn't be able to pay Fury, AJ and all the rest 50 million a fight. And guess what? I resent them being paid 50 million a fight because you know what? If you knock pay-per-view on the head, maybe they'll have to make do with, let's have a think, maybe a mere 5 million or 10 million, all right? I don't believe in free market, in vulture capitalism. When they talk about free market capitalism, essentially it's saying, giving people laissez-faire to make as much money in whatever way they so wish, regardless of morality, regardless of whether people are being fleeced to the bone for the privilege of watching, say, a boxing match. You see the sort of system in America with healthcare that exists. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, I lived over there for over 4 years. Turning patients into consumers and, healthcare into a commodity. It's repulsive. It's immoral. It's disgusting. And I make no apology for that. Now, boxing, of course, is not as important as a person's healthcare, and it's not even that expensive, but it is outrageously expensive and unnecessarily so. And Turki Alalshikh was talking to TalkSport. He said, I dream of a pay-per-view with a good price to make fans happy and subscribe and get them to watch it legally. Now, what that implies, rightly so in my opinion, is that the fact that many of us watch those streams quote unquote illegally has forced promoters into a corner where they say, do you know what? The technology's out there and people are using it to get around these extortionate, disgusting prices that we're charging. Maybe we'll have to do something about it. Okay. And of course, what they mean is lowering the price. So Turki Alalshikh, and I don't know whether this will actually come to fruition, but this is what he's saying. Usually when I see a high pay-per-view, a lot of people go and watch the fight illegally, and this is not healthy for boxing and the platform. What I will try to push for is to have our Riyadh season shows at less than £20 in England and less than $20 around the world. I would prefer to have 1 million fans subscribe and buy the pay-per-view for £20 than less than 500,000 for £40. Okay, so Turki Alalshikh is thinking logically here. Okay, and he's realizing that most people are not these sort of serfs who are sort of beholden to their masters, and willingly so, because everyone should be allowed to make as much money as they possibly can, even if I'm the one being trampled underfoot. Well, you're a mug. In fact, you're a simp, and you're rather a pathetic individual if you accept that people should be allowed to exploit you. You're not really a man, to be honest with you, if you have that attitude. No. Technology is there to be used, and if people can use it, quote unquote, illegally, and let's be honest, any kind of social injustice whatsoever, far more important things than boxing, have been rectified by people breaking the law and, making their opinion that this is unacceptable apparent using illegal means. I've got no problem with that at all. It seems that all the people that have illegally streamed the fights have now got the attention of the promoters, and they're thinking, you know what? This has become almost a sort of underground subculture. It's almost like an industry where people are just rebelling by refusing to watch it legally and subscribe, and instead using so-called illegal streams. Well, good. I'm glad that they've got the message, and I'm glad that they realise that you can only rip off people for a certain amount of time without them rebelling, because they should rebel. you know, and we should not be pathetic little serfs beholden to our lords and masters. We should rebel and say, do you know what? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, they can live on 10 million instead of 50 million, instead of 100 million. Keleno's another one, you know. I mean, I know this is a different subject, but you know, with the Oasis reunion, you see the price of those tickets. I'm not talking about the illegal ones. I'm not talking about the, the £900 ones, the second market, third market lot. Even the prices. I mean, it was the cheapest tickets was 75 quid. They're meant to be working class, a working class band. They're meant to be, hey, look, we're working class, we're mank, we swear a lot and we drink a lot and we take drugs and, yeah. Oh, by the way, I need a new, Rolls Royce or whatever. I need a new extension on my stately home. Yeah, don't mind paying for it, do you? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do mind paying for it. And the same goes for these, ultra vastly rich boxers who have got more money than the next 10 generations of their families can ever spend, and they want more and more and more because more is never enough. Not for me, it ain't. I'm going to use every single piece of technology that I can get my hands on to, whether it's music, boxing, to circumvent all this vulture capitalism bullshit that people seem to actually laud. And the most pathetic people of all are the Floyd Mayweather fanboys, because if ever there was someone that fleeces the public, and they sort of bend over backwards and say, yes, please fuck me up the arse, it's got to be the Mayweather fanboys. I mean, they are the most pathetic. Like, the Fury ones ain't far behind. But no, resist this bullshit. And at last, Turki Alalshikh is getting to the point where, he says, if I give fans good fights at a good price, I will increase the fan base. Yes, in other words, what he's basically talking about is giving people value for money. Right? The people go around it illegally because the price is high. In the future, this will not build boxing, says Turki. Turki, you're winning me over, mate. I know I've taken the piss in the past, but I'll tell you what, this man, he's actually coming around to realising that if you treat fans with respect, they will become lifelong fans. Obviously, promoters, whether it's Hearn, Warren, anyone else, Aram, King back in the day, they were only interested in making as much money as they possibly can from you. Okay, from you. All right. And I've spent thousands and thousands of pounds on boxing over the years, predominantly going to small hall shows. I don't actually like the bigger shows because it's like, I could never afford ringside tickets because they're like astronomically expensive. So you'd be sitting at the back watching on a big TV screen. That ain't my gig. Same with music. I don't like stadium or arena shows. I like small venues, Furthermore, Turki says the card opening Riyadh season in October, which is Beterbiev versus Bivol, I decided to sell it for £15 in the UK and $15 around the world. But that doesn't include the USA, which will see Beterbiev versus Bivol air separately from the rest of the undercard on ESPN Plus. Yeah, they're breaking it up, aren't they? Breaking the card up. But in principle, I'm with Turki. And it's about bloody time they sorted this pay-per-view trough with all these fat, slobbering pigs, wallowing in the slop. It's about time they sorted that crap out and they started offering fans, a good deal, value for money. Stop trying to con them. Stop trying to manipulate them. Manufacturing consent, as Chomsky called it. Get rid of that shit. Think for yourself and unapologetically use whatever you can to circumvent being ripped off, okay? That is my suggestion to you, okay? Because it's worked for me, and I am probably a bit older than a lot of you, I would imagine. But don't tolerate it. Don't tolerate it. Don't tolerate any bullshit. Anyway, those are my opinions. Agree with them or not, I don't mind. Leave your comments below if you've got any. And please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. What do you think of Turki Alalshikh? What do you think of this $20 cap he's putting on it? Just give me your opinions and I'll read them. And anyway, thanks as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button as well and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Much love to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much and bye for now.